Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Alright. So now let's go ahead and try to look at some more date and text functions. So first of all, let me also keep this one handy. The list where we have those calculated fees. Right, we would come back and refer to this. So now what we are trying to do is we are going to find out about some expense reports. Okay. So Logan McNeil needs to create a report showing how quickly approved expense reports are paid out, and if they are paid out by the expected deadline of 30 days after approval, right? So this is our business case. Let's talk about the business case one more time. Let me put it here. So Logan wants to find out. She wants to create a report showing how quickly the expense reports are paid. Okay. And if they are paid within 30 days of approval, right? This is what she is trying to find out. So first let's try to create the report, okay? Let's try to see what are the fields that are available, and then we will try to see if they are paid within 30 days of approval or not. Okay. So first let's create the report. So in this report, what is the task? To start creating a report, what is the task? To create a report. Create custom report. Create custom report, absolutely. Create custom report. Okay. And in that custom report, let's give it a name. Let's call it as Expense Report. Payment dates, right? We are working with that. The report type will be kind of report. We will uncheck this. Optimized for performance. We are not doing that because if you click on Optimized for performance, it will show you only index data sources, right? But we don't want that because some data sources that we need may not be indexed. So we will leave it for the time being. The data source that I'm going to use here is called expense reports. Okay. Let me search for that. There is one called expense reports for company. Alright. Expense reports for company, because this is mostly on it. This will give you the expense reports for company. So let me do that. And it is an indexed data source. If you click on the data source related actions, it is an indexed data source. So of course, it will have good performance. Right. So what all do we want first? First, let's get the field which is expense report right. This is how I like to create my reports. So first field is the key field, which is expense report, because we would like to have the ability to drill down on this further right. So this is a reference thing instance. It's the link back to itself. Right. So this field allows you to drill into the details of the expense report and access its related action. So definitely something that we would like to have. And then, do we want? Let's have the expense report date. Right. The date that it was created. This is an expense report. Date is the date of the expense report, right? Plain and simple. Then let's also have the approval date. The date the expense report was approved, right? And then let's also have the paid date. The date the expense report was paid. Okay. Now I don't want to add any more filters or something, because I want to have a list of all the expense reports, right? And this is a very simple, straightforward report that we have created. Let's run it. So it will ask me for a company. Let's USA. Alright. And let's see if we have any expense reports. We have quite a few expense reports, right? Right, okay, the first one. Let's look at the first one. The expense report was created on 25th of January, 2008. It was approved around 3 months later, 22nd of April, 2008. But look at this, the paid date, 16th of February, 2009. Right. It took around, 10 months to pay this particular expense report. Right. So definitely something that Logan needs to talk with the process. Write to the process owners, whoever is the process, like, hey, what is happening? We are taking 10 months to pay an expense report, right? Something that Logan will take up with the business. But then, there are a few other reports like this one, which you see it was created on 23rd of March, 2007. It took a long time to get approved, right? But it was paid on the same day as the approval date. Okay. So here the company did a good job. The moment it was approved, it was paid on the same day, right? But it took a long time to approval. A little over 1.5 years it took to approve. But anyway, our objective here is to find out how much time it takes for a report to get paid. And if at all, it is paid after within 30 days of approval, right? So we see that there are certain instances which have definitely not been paid within 30 days. Is it? So let's try to create a report. Let's try to have a number next to it, rather than we having to do the calculation every time. Let's have a number next to it, okay? Now, our first task is to find out how long it takes for an expense report to be paid after it gets approved. So what do we want to find? What are we trying to find? The number of days it takes for an expense report to get paid after it gets approved. So what calculation are we going to do? The difference between the approval date, paid date, fine. And the difference between the approval date and the paid date, right? That is what we are trying to find out. The difference between these two dates, approval date and the paid date, isn't it great? So now, what is the function that we can use for that? Date difference. Date difference, correct. Date difference is a function that we are going to use, isn't it? And what type of output will date difference give me? Then you're correct. It will be a number, right? It will be a numeric field or a number. It is going to give me the number of something, number of days, number of hours, number of years, right? It is going to give me a number, okay? It is going to give me a number, because the output type for date difference is numeric. So let's try to create a calculated field. The task for that is how to create a calculated field. Date, how to field. Create a calculated